Hey guys, so today we're starting with episode 3. I think this is very important to talk about hope and assurance and what to really do with it, how far you can get with things, and what's really the next step once you get stuck. And that's what I want to talk today about because there's times that we get to a point in life where we really don't know what's next. We really don't know where to push forward, and sometimes we knew where to go, but we directed ourselves in different paths, in different ways that we didn't want to go, but we had to do it just for the sake of going through it. Sometimes we just kill dreams because I gotta kill this python though. But anyway, after that skeleton, there are times where we are of ourselves. We have to quit things because the opportunities that we're having to deal with aren't the same as we used to have them. The way we thought are not going the ways we wanted it to go, and sometimes we give up on sometimes we give up on what we wanted to do. But is it really worth to give up on what you want to do? Because after all, you can never get this time back. These opportunities you wanted to have, they're never going to be able to appear once again in life. And so one of the things that always has caught my attention is, why is there three creepers there? That's insane. Three of them, bro. But like I was saying, there are times where things just want to explode. And it has to be a realization that once things happen, once catastrophe happens, we cannot change that. However, we can move ourselves in other positions, position ourselves in different ways that help us be where we need to be. But oftentimes, like it always happens, we're not in the right position. We might not be where we want to be in life. And sometimes it gives us it gives us to be scared about things, taking the next step, thinking what we really gotta do, and forgetting all those dreams that once we had, forgetting all those moments we want to have, forgetting all the purpose we wanted to have, and settling in because it feels comfortable, because we really don't know what's next, and because we are scared of what's next, we're setting in with the minimum we can sit with. So, the one important thing to take in life is that we are not supposed to, we're not supposed to be worried about all the time about if we did the right thing or not, because at that point you'll be looking for perfectionism, and perfectionism is going to lead you to either be extremely depressed, or it's going to lead you to be somebody you're really not, because life often will kick you in the butt. It's just, it will treat you horrible, and it will put you in places you never wanted to be. However, because of these things that happen, because whatever went through life, that it hit different, and sometimes we call them losses. We don't want to go through those losses, but it's in fact those are the losses that we need to take to become the people who we need to be. And so life is not measured about wins, because if it was, it'd be the perfection part of ourselves. And we, me, you, and everybody else knows that we are not perfect. We are not perfect, and we cannot be perfect. In fact, everybody has made their errors at some point in their lives. But most of the times, like in school, if you make an error in assignment, you go there and correct your error so next time you don't commit the same thing. Same things with a sport. Once you commit an error, you're like, okay, wait, hold up. I can actually do this. And those are the moments. But I think in life, since it's just a mental struggle, it's not like we can just see the progress. Sometimes the progress is low. And if you only worry about what's at the end of the progress, like wins, then you're not really living. You're not really living, to put it that way. You're not really going through the motions. So now people days, you want to go back to the good old days. I mean, even me myself, like I want to go back to when life was perfect, when I was back in eighth grade, when everything was chilling, and all I thought about was just going home and play some Warzone. That's all I care about. That's all I wanted to do. And I want to go back to those times. People say like, "Oh, you're so lucky now that you're still young and stuff like that." But I still have my
Wait, guys. Before I keep going and keep yapping about all the things I gotta jap about, you made it to halfway through the video. So if you like the content, go ahead, down the video, and subscribe and give it a like. I'll see you next time and hope you keep enjoying the video.
regrets. As a person, I still have my regrets. But the difference between then and now is that now I live in the past. Before I used to live in the moment. And that is a big problem nowadays because nowadays we are looking to live only for the drive. We're only looking to live for what feels good, not really for the moment, not really to become a better person, not really to experience things. We're doing things because we just want to be be in a moment where we're feeling like everything is right. And very well, we know that not everything is going to be right. And those mistakes that happen around our lives daily, sometimes we realize that those things are necessary to happen. But if you're looking for to be perfect, if you're looking to do everything correctly every time, anytime, then you're gonna feel yourself depressed, sad, out of the place because that's not really who you are. You're a person full of mistakes, and it's not a problem to admit it. The problem is not admitting it. The problem is keep thinking that you can do things perfectly, which are never going to happen. Things cannot ever be perfect. Even if you try your best and things might look exactly how you want it, it's not exactly perfect. Never will nothing be. But how could you try to achieve as most as you can? And that's what things sometimes leads us to understanding life. Sometimes it's not about life being perfect. Sometimes it's about facing that imperfection and turning it into your way of life. Everybody now is stuck into what's the new trend, what everybody's doing, what everybody's feeling, what looks cool. But hey, what's cool for you? What's your trend? What's the thing that you want to do? What's the thing you want to achieve? Not what the people are looking words, or some people just want to do things to look good in front of others just because it's the cool thing to do. It was respected nowadays. But what do you respect? What values do you carry? Because people do not carry the same values as you, and so if you're gonna follow if you're gonna follow advice or things that of people that you don't even like yourself, why would you do that? I bet there's plenty of people you try to please and they are not someone you want to be around. However, you try to do everything you can to look good in front of them. And so no, life is not measured about the wins. It's about measuring how many times you lost and how many times you got up.